This just in, this man now going to spend 37 years behind bars for a deadly crash where his son was behind the wheel. Fox 35's Marie Edinger joins us live in Osceola County with this story. So Marie, what was the reaction in court to this verdict today?
It was emotional. After all was said and done, families on both sides didn't wind up talking with media at all, but they did talk with the judge today.
We're still trying to adjust to a life that feels incomplete.
The sentence won't bring back the 4 family members the Hernandezes lost, but they got what they asked for from the judge.
I just pray that my family's death is not in vain and justice is served.
And not a single day goes by without me wishing I could undo what happened.
In September of 2023, Richard Ferguson says he asked his son to back the car out of the driveway. Instead, the 15-year-old took off. He ran a stop sign and crashed, killing 3 children and their grandmother.
If taken on every measure of pain or even given my life could restore the lives that was lost, I would do it without hesitation.
In a way, Richard Ferguson is giving up his life. He's 70 years old, has pancreatic cancer. His 37-year prison sentence means he'll likely spend the rest of his life behind bars.
You did see a specialist, your primary oncologist, while in the jail, correct?
Yes, once.
Once. And he stated that your prostate cancer had spread.
Yes, that's what he told me.
Did he tell you that it had spread, it would stop spreading if you were released from jail?
No.
Ferguson's defense attorney asked for him to be released under supervision with an ankle monitor, arguing he should be at home with access to his doctors. The judge declined. Ferguson's son was also charged for this. He took a plea deal. He was 15 at the time of the crash. He's expected to be behind bars until he's 19.
My only hope is that my words show the sincere of my sorrow and the deepest of my responsibility for this tragedy.
A father's final words before learning his fate for the crash that killed a family of 4, caused by his son.
A judge sentenced Richard Ferguson in just the last couple of hours. West Shoe's Spencer Tracy is live outside the courthouse with the late-breaking details. Spencer.
Yeah, Richard Ferguson was sentenced to 37 years in prison, and with his age, that's where he'll spend the rest of his life. It was an emotional day in the courtroom for him and, of course, the victim's family dealing with the unimaginable loss.
There's absolutely no human experience that replicates the pain of a mother losing a child, and I lost 3.
A mother's words silencing the courtroom. Sabrina Hernandez lost her 3 children and her mother in a 2023 car crash.
I will miss out on every experience a parent should not have to miss out on. They should have been burying me, not the other way around.
Our jury found Richard Ferguson guilty of manslaughter back in October because prosecutors say he allowed his 15-year-old unlicensed son to take his car. Ferguson took the stand Wednesday afternoon, breaking down as he apologized, calling himself a deeply broken man.
I must speak these words from the deepest place in my heart. I am profound sorry. This tragedy did not just take lives, it shattered families.
A courtroom filled with tears as Ferguson learned his fate and sentenced to 37 years in prison.
I just pray that...
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who taught us this truth, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Hey, you see what the brother says? It says, just keep in mind, Akim, any unwise decision made in Babylon, this system shows no mercy to us, man. All right, and that's the truth. All right, this system shows no mercy, man. Okay, a lot of Edomites have done this very same thing in different ways, shapes, forms, or fashions, man, and was not sentenced to 37 years, man. Okay. Furthermore, this is the Lord's word. Okay. The scripture says, whoever, matter of fact, let me just get that. Let me just get that real quick. Salakia. This is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. Nobody has perished being innocent, man. All right? No matter how young or how old a person may be, they have to pay for their sins, man. Right? The sins that you have committed in your former lives and also in this life. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Okay, the righteous were never cut off. Right? The Lord always delivered the righteous out of destruction, man. Okay? So this is 100% the Lord's work, man. Even verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, Salakia, reap the same. All right? There's a lot of judgment that's been taking place lately, man. Okay? And it's all ordained by the Lord. All right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. All right? Your money is not a God. Okay? Your knowledge is not a God. Right? The things you hold near and dear to you, your children's. Okay? The Lord said, uh, um, you have to love the Lord with all your might, right? All your every ounce of blood in you, right? Nothing comes before the Lord. All right. Matter of fact, I mean, all right. It's the book of Exodus 34 and 14. It says, for thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, whose name is, let's get it like this. It says, for thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, whose name is jealous. Whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Okay? Here, let's get it in a different translation. Let's see. All right, this is Exodus 34 and 14 and the Good News translation. It says, do not worship any other God, because I, the Lord Yahweh, tolerate not rivals. Okay? So the Lord is not dealing with you dealing with another God. Okay? He says he doesn't tolerate rivals. Right? He ain't dealing with that. All right? Here, let's see a different translation on this. All right, this is Exodus 34 and 14 in the NLT. It says, you must worship no other gods, for the Lord Yahweh, whose very name is jealous, is a God who is jealous about his relationship with you, man. Okay, so don't nothing come before the Lord, man. And our people are they're going to learn that the hard way, right? They are learning this. Okay, that the Lord is not tolerating you worshiping anything else outside of him. That includes your wife and your children. That includes your job, your car, okay? Your own knowledge, okay? The knowledge of this world, that includes everything. Esau, Edom, okay? He's not dealing with that, man. All right? Now back in this Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. Okay? That's very simple. The Lord is the one who is unaliving. All right? The Lord is the one who allowed his grandson or his son to rebel against what the father told him. Right? The father told him to bag the car out. Okay? These are curses that are on us, man. Okay? The father told him to bag the car out. Here it is. This nigga done went all the way around the fucking block, through the stop sign, and then killed 4 people. Okay? That's a spirit created for vengeance, man. It says, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hands, man. Okay? The Lord said he kills and he makes alive. He wounds and he heals. All right? And neither is there any that can deliver out of his hands. There's nobody that can get you out of the situation that you're in once the Lord got you, man. All right? Matter of fact, I want to get that as well. But I want to read this again in the NLT. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It says, look now, I myself am he. There is no other God but me. I am the one who kills and gives life. I am the one who wounds and heals. No one can be I was going to say restored, but it says rescued. No one can be rescued from my powerful hand, man. All right. But I wanted to grab another one. Right, because this is the importance of fearing the Lord, man. All right, just a real quick one. It says Hebrews 10 and 31. It says it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Okay, the scriptures tell us all that walk, basically roughly paraphrasing, all that walk away from these scriptures, they all shall die, man. All right, it says it is a fearful thing, a scary thing to fall into the hands of the living power, the same living power that says I kill and I make alive. Okay, the same living power that says in the book of Baruch, let me grab it. Baruch 4 and 1, it says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the law that endureth forever. Okay, these laws, statutes, and commandments that are written in this holy book, the Holy Bible, KJV, okay, 1611. These law, statutes, and commandments, they endure forever. Okay, contrary to what you've been taught, contrary to what all these churches that are ganged up in your neighborhood has been teaching you, man. Okay? It says that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. Even these other nations, man. Okay? If they stop eating abominable foods, they will come to life. Okay? Meaning they wouldn't be fucked up from it. Okay? It says, all that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Okay? Verse 2, turn thee, O Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, man. Okay, and take hold of it. Take hold of what? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's in these scriptures, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay. It says, walk in the presence of the light, therefore, that thou mayest be illuminated, man. Okay, you don't know what the hell going on out here if you ain't in these scriptures. Okay, if you're not being taught. Right? You don't know what's going on, man. All right.
My family's death is not in vain, and justice is served for the individuals that are responsible for these actions.
Before this sentence, Ferguson's attorney asked for leniency, pointing to his client's stage 4 prostate cancer. But prosecutors pushed back, saying the family deserved justice.
And I pray that the Lord takes pity on this man, because it's a pathetic excuse for a man to sit here with your head down and can't even take accountability.
Now, Ferguson has 30 days to appeal this sentence. And as for his son, he took a plea deal. He is now 17 and is going to be held until he is 19.